Okay, so we actually got lucky and found a reservation at a local RV park, and it's actually really nice, and I will take you guys on a tour probably either later today or maybe tomorrow for that. But right now we're actually getting ready to smoke some hot dogs and some hamburger patties. Get some hamburger all ready to go.
Don't be showing people my secrets.
Oh, come on. Getting those patties ready. We got our hot dogs as well. And then in the fridge, this is what we have brought. With some mustard. Grapes for my son. Got butter. Some flavored sugar, like sugar-free, calorie-free waters. Eggs. So we got some nice steaks. I don't know if we're going to have those tomorrow or Sunday, but they look delicious. My husband brought his hard-boiled eggs. We got a couple things of bacon. And, of course, quite a few things of hamburger, because we love smoked burger. Another thing of hot dogs. And we got a nice big roast that I will put in my Ninja foodie that we brought. Yeah. So that's kind of what our fridge looks like. We have a couple things in the freezer, but they're my son's little, like, chicken nuggets and stuff that he has. That's about all we have in the freezer. We actually don't use our whole fridge anymore. So one thing we looked for when we bought a new camper was a big fridge, because before we bought all the stuff. Now we don't need all the room, but it's still nice just in case.
We still need the room. We got to put all that burger in there.
I mean, for longer stays, like when we go down to the fair for a week, it'll be nice to have all that room for all that meat, but that's pretty cool. But so in the kitchen, this is where I usually stick my Ninja. That way it's kind of out of the way. We very rarely use the stove anymore because we usually cook outside. So I usually leave this here. This is what I'll cook the roast in. I'll pressure cook it for a little while, and it's really good. We have an ice machine to hit some of that ice. Obviously a coffee maker for our coffee in the mornings, but our cupboards are pretty bare now that we're carnivores. We don't need a whole lot of anything anymore, so we actually have a lot of storage space for empty space, air. A lot of storage space for air is what we have. Just like for our water.
Seasonings.
Yeah, seasonings. So our water goes here. My coffee pot goes here at the bottom shelf while we're traveling and stuff. And that's the distilled water for my CPAP. Just storage. We had our drone, and then some of my GoPro stuff and some signage that I didn't put out yet. But this bottom cupboard is my son's stuff. So he has some chili, he has his bread, he has his jerky, he has some chips. He can make some s'mores if he wants and stuff like that. So that's his little storage for his food. So yeah, we have a lot of empty space. But it makes it nice to come camping, because even though sometimes it's hectic to get everything loaded, it's still nice because we don't bring as much stuff, like especially groceries. I still, to this day, we've only bought this. How many camping trips? This is 2 or a third?
Yes, 2 or 3.
2 or 3. I still get confused, and like I'm like, okay, I'm forgetting stuff. I think I'm forgetting stuff because we're not going to the store and like buying all this food, or making sure like we're getting everything from the house.
Literally make camping so much simpler.
Yeah, it's really.
You don't have to try to meal plan or anything.
It's really crazy. But for the smoker, so we have a toy hauler, and it has a cool little patio on the back. But oh, you guys want to say hi to Copper? Say hi, Copper. But my husband puts the smoker out here on the back of the deck, and there's my child in his little blankie. So we smoke out here. We have a table. I'll show you guys that here in a second that we'll smoke on as well. But for right now, during this camping trip, we're going to smoke on the deck.
You're recording a video.
Yes.
Hi, YouTube.
And then out here, Zeke's out here. I'll probably end up moving him to the back of the camper, but he sits in his little kennel area right here. So it makes it nice, so I don't have to put him on a leash or untangle him all the time. So that makes it super nice. But this is the table setup that we normally cook on. Right here. We'll put the smoker on one side, and then we have the skillet. This thing, the Blackstone skillet, electric skillet, is awesome. They make one on a propane, but we use electric one. It's amazing. This is what we cook our eggs and bacon on and everything on as well, like sear the steaks and everything on here, because it keeps my kitchen and my camper clean. I don't have to worry about grease splatters and all that in my kitchen. So, and the campsite that we have at this camp place is full hookup, so we have full water, full electric, so we don't have to run our generator. We actually didn't even bring it, so that's awesome. And then, another cool thing that we bought while we were camping is we have a propane fire pit. And it's amazing because I can stick my fire pit back here in my garage in the evenings, and it doesn't rise up, it doesn't melt anything, it doesn't get hot on the bottom, so it doesn't melt my floor. So we can actually sit inside if it's raining and still have the deck down and still enjoy a campfire, and there's no smoke, there's no crackle, there's no nothing, and it's super easy. I don't have to haul wood anywhere or find wood. We just hook the propane tank up, and it's definitely a camping must-have if you go camping a lot. Like, I would highly recommend that, along with a portable smoker and that smaller skillet, because it does save you from having to cook in your camper and get all smoky and whatnot and all that fun stuff. But I will be back with a tour of the campground, because it's actually really awesome.
I got the
okay,
to walk.
We decided we're gonna go on a walk right before we eat. Woohoo! Looking the crazies for their walkabouts.
I got Copper on a leash.
We're gonna go.
Well, actually,
We're gonna go explore the cool campground, guys.
at least we're gonna explore. Okay, come on.
Oh, Boo Boo!
Hold down.
He's so excited to go for a walk. He wants to just smell.
Do whatever the frick you want.
He wants to smell everything.
You do realize you can't go that way. I'm letting you have the entire area as your playground.
This place is really cool, and it has full hookup too, so we will definitely be back probably next weekend, so stay tuned for more, guys. we just got back and we've already unloaded some stuff from the camper. I do have to work on getting it clean now and ready for next weekend because we're going to be going back to the same place next weekend. Super exciting for that. And my husband is, you know, smoking some burgers, getting the smoker ready, getting some burgers on the smoker for our lunch. Yummy yum. The dogs are kind of excited to be back home. Copper loves camping and he was really upset and didn't want to get out of the truck when we got back home. And today marks day 21 of our 30-day challenge. So we have just basically a week left and then you guys can start adding things back in if you guys would like. But I hope you guys had a great Memorial Day weekend. And like always, don't forget that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.